Can you guys hear me now on YouTube? Can you guys hear me now? Oy. Someone give me a thumbs up on YouTube. Okay, now we're rolling. Now we're in business. What's up, guys? Good morning. I have to repeat myself now. So for those on side of Discord, I apologize. So we took this little short this morning inside of Red Pill. What wasn't little? It was a nice little trade. So we took this aggressive sell on the high and then took it down to come and clear out this low down here. So that was our trade this morning inside of RP, which was mitigation inside H1 balanced price range in alignment with my X levels on the higher time frame, right? So where we are at the moment, just consolidating inside this hourly DR dealing range. I'm anticipating lower prices today, but what I'm mindful of is that we have the potential for delayed SMT up on the high. All right, folks, we have potential for delayed SMT up on the high. So the reason why I terminated my trade down here was anticipating us going to some form of accumulation heading into ISM and JOLTS. We also have this little 5-minute doji, and for those of you who have been following my content for a while, if you ever see a 5-minute doji order block, 9 times out of 10 it's going to go and sweep that doji high. So anticipating price to have a pullback, but I am looking for a continuation for a sell day today. So I'm looking for a continuation sell. So this is manipulation yesterday for a sell. So if price can, my points of interest on NQ would be if we turtle suit this high, right? Ideally with balanced price range, and this is what we traded this morning, is once price tests BPR, it should now no longer go through fair value, right? Which is essentially what we traded here. This was our short. Lower time frame PD rate mitigation, that was our short, right? But that being said, we have news coming out, ISM and JOLTS at 10 o'clock. ISM and JOLTS come out at 10 o'clock, at which point I'm open for them to come and clear out these highs, right, which is up here. So I'll be looking for a TS on this high up at 39 if we get up there. What I'll be looking at that point in time is I would not want ES to go through this high, right, because this would be my SMT, which I've devised, which is delayed SMT. So we wouldn't be wanting to see ES through this high, all right? So that's currently what I'm looking at. Potential for NQ to come and sweep this high, ES to fail to take out this high. So at the moment, just sat patient. If price continues from here and just goes on a big carve, it's just one of those where you just want to be still being here and just holding your position short. So if anyone is in red pill that is still holding your positions, my advice to you would be just hold them. And if it comes back and stops out your runner, it stops out your runner. However, I flattened my trade. I terminated my trade at 75.75. So just to give you my scale outs, these are my scale outs on my short: 98, 98, 98, 90, 75. So that's where I got out on that trade short. So at the moment, just anticipating consolidation heading into 10 o'clock. So I'm not eager to jump on anything. I'm just going to wait for price to take out this high for a short if I'm going to re-engage. All right, so that's currently what I'm looking at. So a beautiful little short this morning, utilizing the principles of X levels in higher time frame points of interest, so PD arrays, and this was our higher time frame PD array, this balanced price range. So for those who have got a copy of the daily plans, okay, so this is the daily plans from inside Red Pill. These are the levels that we were looking at yesterday, right? So we didn't want to see price go below the daily BPR. And on the highs, we were looking at the balanced price range on the H1 up at 319. So that was yesterday, okay? Yesterday's daily plan. So if we go to today's PA and we look at what's actually taking place, or yesterday's PA, I should say, This is the daily balanced price range on the low that I was referencing. So we longed, red pillars longed this. I actually went short down to it yesterday. And then after Jerome Powell finished jawboning off this low, which is a low of the BPR, the price goes up and fulfills our objective up on the high, which is to get up into this H1 BPR. So for me, we fulfilled the objectives on both the high and the low of the range. Okay, so for me, it's a case of waiting for price to provide more confirmation, right? However, that being said, this morning, once price is tapped into that balanced price range, right? We've tapped into this BPR, price should not go above mean threshold of that balanced price range. Okay, so once it's tested it, it should not go through mean threshold, balanced price range. So in here, this is where we're starting to dial in our entries for our short. Well, up on this high, we now have this break of structure with an unmitigated range. So this was our entry short, trading our turtle suit entry because we're turtle suit traders, looking to go and drive price back down into a higher time frame discount. What discount are we now in? 15. Okay, so now we're back downside of a discount. You'd need to be mindful, and by the way, these are my X levels. You'd need to be mindful that price can come and drive out back up into this high. So because I am macro bearish biased, I don't want to be going long. I want to be waiting and framing shorts. And now because we have the divergence up on this high, I do not want to go short inside of here. I just do not want to do that. I would prefer to wait to see price turtle suit this high and this high to then look for a short. Chow with me. Now that would theoretically take it through the principles of BPR. So I am mindful of that. So if we do go and drive through this high, we are now violating this balanced price range, which I don't particularly like. Right? But that being said, there isn't a buck stop level in here for me that I'd want to trade short off as a continuation. So there's my little roundup for you this morning, guys. The one thing you could potentially look at is mitigation 62 on that high. If that current low stays as the low that it is, mitigation 62 will take you to 302. So that's one of my models. So that'd be mitigation. Then you look for mitigation 62. So mitigation 62 would take you to 302. So again, all of this is has the potential for price to drive up through it. So there's no safe opportunity for a short here, and I don't want to go long because I'm macro bearish, sorry. All right. So took the trade this morning inside RP. Now just sat patient. Ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. So a general rule is you never enter inside of here, ever. If you're going to enter, you enter using the X levels at higher time frame POI. This is Trashville, Trashvilly. This is where we just want to deploy a little bit of patience. All right, so if you read my Twitter post today, mental agility is what you want to be focusing on, right? Dialing in when an opportunity presents itself, right? When there isn't a high probability entry, you take your foot off the gas, you forget about price, right? You forget about it. You know, if you're constantly staring at every candle going, oh, what about this candle? You know, or should we go short in here? Oh, you know, should we go short in here? You're going to get tired mentally. What have I bought here? Whoa. Picked up the wrong olives. Whoa. I'm all about a little bit of garlic and herb on the olives, but lemon and herb. Blech. That does not taste good. That does not taste good. Ba 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 bam ba da da da. So if you're looking at price at the moment, you're going, well, this looks like a good short opportunity. Take my advice and stay patient. I'm so hungry. I did 250 press ups today, and that has made me churn through the food. Can't stop eating today. 250 killer press ups. You know the ones where you don't do like a full dip. It's just the ones where you get the pampon. Burners. What's up, Rude Boy? How's it going, dude? How's your trading going since we last spoke? You still using the daily plans? Morning, Steve. Morning, Steve. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So if you're holding runners from the short on the high, that's absolutely fine. Good. 350 away from passing your 50K. Love that, Rude Boy. Good stuff, mate. Just follow the process, dude. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change anything. Don't focus on the money. Focus on the process. And you'll get there. You will get there. Who are you with? Are you with Top Step, or who have you gone with? Top Step or the arch enemy? Apex. TS, good stuff. So a nice little one and done today. Anticipating this little doji to go on the 5. So, if you can just take this one piece of advice from me, from today, this is all I want you to take away. on a high time frame dealing range, if you are consolidating or price is inside of my X levels, you do not trade. You sit still. This is where distortion takes place. You do not trade in there. Right? That's retailville. Retailville. If you're entering in your premium PD array. Right? If you're holding runners, now you're holding runners, but you do not enter in here as your primary entry. Right? Because you are just liquidity. Right? So all the market is doing at the moment is just engineering liquidity. That is all it is doing. I appreciate you. Appreciate those who are sharing the post on Twitter. Much love, guys. Appreciate you. So I'm anticipating price to come and want to drive out this this low that we have down here today. So this is my overall target for today. But at the moment, I'm wanting to see if it wants to turtle suit this current high. So there is nothing in here for me. Which will take us at turtle suit on that highs up at 340, right? Which would be filling this inverted fair value gap in here. So you got to be mindful, you got news at 10, so you got both ISM and jolts, right? It's my least favorite news event window, 10 o'clock. It often makes the morning hella choppy when you've got news at 10. So patience is going to be the name of the game today, guys. For another trade. Right, Rude Boy, are you on micros or minis now with that account? Just out of interest. What are you trading? One mini. Yeah, it's the old debate, isn't it? Mini, trade one mini or go down to micros and just learn to scale out. So for me personally, I like to keep my accuracy high, right, between 70 and 80%. That's where I like my accuracy to be. So I tend to at the moment I've gone down to micros because of the volatility that we have in the market. So as soon as the market goes back to 150, 200 point daily ranges, then I'll go back to trading minis. But with the range that we've had over the last sort of month or so, I'm down at micros. Opened up my stops slightly because of the volatility that we have in the market at the moment, because it's election year. So taking more contracts, but obviously just drop down to micros. It's just a lot easier way of doing it, right? And then you can scale out. So for example, this trade that we took today, like if this turtle suit entry up on the high. So I'm automatically paying myself inside this inefficiently delivered range, right? Boom, paid myself. Okay, so now by taking micros, I can do that. And so I'm paid. Whereas if I took a mini and just got in here, then I would always want to be paying myself here. As a turtle suit trader, you have to pay yourself, right? Because there's no confirmation. So that's one of the benefits of trading micros. And then also you get to trade the continuation. And then you've got more contracts to hold if you're holding runners. So I put, at the moment, I don't want to scale up with minis, so I can scale. Normally I'll take 2 to 3 minis, but the conditions in the market just aren't like that. So I'm taking micros, more contracts, scaling out. Right, so I scaled out here, scaled out at 98, and final TP was down at 74. So that was scaling out. I wouldn't want to hold one mini from here to there as a turtle suit trader. It's just not how I trade. So just something to think about, bro. Honestly, don't ever buy lemon and herb olives. Oy. Ah, there, right. So at the moment we're just trapped between daily balance price range and hourly balance price range. That's essentially what we've just bounced. Daily BPR to hourly BPR. So this is where I want to be for shorts. Above this high, it violates the principles of BPR. I get it, but inside of here, there's nothing in here which has a low risk, high probability entry for me. Like this is our short. This is where we'd want to be in, holding runners. There's nothing, no secondary entry that I'd want to trade in here. To be honest, right now I am just focused on one thing: taking a trade with clear exit, etc. Getting in and out, building back the confidence to set, and passing the combine process to markets on off. Yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever your strategy is, bro, it's obviously working. So just stick, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. You got to stop thinking about the money, rude boy. It's irrelevant. It means nothing. Like I could say I'm up 20,000. I could say I'm up 20,000 in a day, and then the next 3 days I lose 30,000. It doesn't mean anything. Like, are you following your models and your process to make that 2,654? If the answer is yes, then that's different. That's all I'm interested in. I don't care how much you've made. You could have made 2,650 in one Hail Mary trade, and the other 3 days you've made nothing. Right? So as long as you're following your process. Why are these? Oh, okay. Bum, 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 bum. I'm moving too fast. So if you're going to get a bounce, it'll be a bounce off the H1 to M5, but it's this little bissy. So it's up at 35. So close to the open though, you got to be careful. Super, super careful. Boom, 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 boom. All right, coming in open here, guys. Patience. So if it's going to give you a bounce, it's going to give you a bounce of this M5, which is down at 35. If it's going to give it to you, which is this H1 to M5 model. All right, so sweep, close below inside of a discount, closes back above, buy side, look for your 5-minute discount inside of an inefficiently delivered M5 range, which takes down to 35. Just be super careful because you've got one just below it, 25. So I don't love it. I'm macro bearish. Ideally, I want to see price go up and take the highs for me to go run the lows. Also, bear in mind that you got news coming out at 10 o'clock today. So it's every chance it's choppy. So there's potential for this H1 to M5 to come back and pull out this high. Just a quick little scalp, 35, back up to 58. But we are macro bearish today until proven otherwise. My buck stop on the high is this fill on this inverted up at 42. Turtle suit on the high. But we are bang slap at fair value on the daily, right? You got to be mindful of that. Likely to be choppy. 3 minutes, 2 seconds, guys. So that 15-minute high on the 15-minute candle up at 69 is suspect. So potential for us to get into this H1 to M5 for us to pull back to go and run out that 69. Not now, Jeff. Why'd I call him Jeff? Too many names for people. That's Franco. If you can hear that in the background, I apologize. No entry on the low. Literally can't trade with that. I can't trade with that noise. It's too off-putting. So you got to anticipate this, right? Choppy PA, ISM and jolts at 10. Whenever you have ISM and jolts at, or any news event at 10, it's often choppy going into that news event. ES is gone. Red pillars. Who's holding shorts? Who was holding shorts? I'm gonna fucking kill him. Blood, 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 blood. That's what I anticipate. Want the high to go first. If I was going to re-engage. So this low becomes suspect because this balanced price range is now being tested, right? Tested, gone through 50%. This is now suspect. So times 935. Patience. Don't step in front of a train. If you're not in it, you're not in it. I'm gonna try. So look. Try a little long here. Just playing with profits. Where's the M5? And Q can't go below that low. Just looking to take out 76. No, it's a little stop there. It's absolute blood. No chance am I getting in front of this now. No chance. It's where you step in front of a train, you get wrecked. If this candle stays below this low, in the next 3 minutes, I'll be looking at an M5 comp. If it comes up and takes out this, I won't, obviously. It's broken it. If this stays like this, I'm going to go short at 22. It's going to be my last trade. Oh, you little fucker. So close to news. What time is it now? 9:45, 15 minutes. Just anticipating blood here. All right, it's got a does not want to give an entry. Does not want to give an entry at all. I'm going to trade. Right, I'm going to try one more attempt at a long here to take it back up to the M5 con. If it takes me out, I'm just going to call it quits for this session. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, no, it's absolute bloodbath. Can't get an entry. I was predicting this today as well. This dump. Yeah. Terminated my trade too early this morning on the short. So missed the entire dump today, guys. Missed the entire short. Didn't manage to capture it. Wanted slightly higher. Funny enough, this morning's trade in right on this high, and I terminated my trade in here. Oosh. Anticipating one more sweep on this high before the dump. I didn't want to enter in here. So missed out on that entire dump. Couldn't find an entry. There's no entry for me. Either an M5 continuation, didn't give it. So it's just been nothing for me to trade here. I don't particularly want to trade a bounce either with this blood. So I did manage to get an entry today. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So I have to wait for price to set up a new opportunity if I'm going to trade again. That's frustrating, not going to lie. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, it felt good. Oh yeah, baby. I wanted 93 for a short. It's like three opportunities in a row I've not been able to get in. Wanted the lower quad in the M5. Wanted 93 for a short BPR. Just not been able to get in. These lows on the daily are going because of the balanced price range. Like we've gone through that, so this is the liquidity that price is targeting.
There you go. There's that dot. Those lows. Just literally could not get an entry today. Could not get an entry. Never mind. Each one's at M5. What time is it? 10:10. Honestly, this has the absolute potential for complete and utter carnage today. Be extremely careful. There's no real clear levels for me for a bounce. The last hope for it is down at 9.15, which is essentially where we are. Even if you're going to trade that, you'd trade a bounce like a scalp. It's got blood written all over it. So Dixie coming down to the target that we've been looking for God knows how long. A couple of points off. So Dixie on the Ripskis is setting up this sell-off.
Alright, so I'm going to take a little, literally, I don't want to. 120. Yeah, a tiny little piece long here. It's going to go try and take out this hype at 75. All right, taking some off here, just paying myself, taking the 20 handles. Jesus Christ, I had to wait for this one. All right, so make sure you paid yourself here. Back inside 5 discount. Gonna hold a runner for 2090. Well, 1 second, big arch, mate. I'm just managing a trade at the minute. Anybody else in this long? Jeez Louise. H1 to M5 on the low. Total suiting these lows. Just holding a runner for 2090. Congrats if anyone got in on this. I couldn't get in a short. Tried to take a bounce early. Got stopped out. Just had to stay super patient. Wait for this. Wait for another opportunity. So just bouncing this low. The H1 to M5 inside this wick. So I want to go off inside this, go up inside that. That's what I'm looking for. Not in, but that's a gnarly TradeX. I appreciate you, Ains. Big Arch, get round to your question. I'm just letting this trade play out. If it stops me out, I don't care. I'm paid now. If Asian kill zone low or high is swept before London kill zone, I just have to wait for the kill zone to take it. So it depends on what schematic you're after. Big Arch. there's different schematics for different plays. So if you were sweeping the Asia, hypothetically, let's call this the Asia range. If you were looking for a purge on the Asia low to trade a Judas to then go and trade the eventual move, you'd be looking for the Asia low to be swept. Obviously, vice versa, and this would be a bearish move. Okay, so that would be your purge Judas into your higher time frame POI, right, to trade the eventual move. Obviously, flip that if you're bullish. So what we had today was a Judas. So this purge on the Asia low. This is your Asia low. So we purged the Asia low. Actually did it double. This is your Judas for the eventual move. But yeah, if you're on the flip side of that is if you're looking for a buy day and you've seen the Asia low purged, right? It's a purge on the Asia low and it's come down to a higher time frame point of interest, and now you're looking for a buy day, then you'd be looking at your London dealing range and you'd be framing off your London dealing range for an entry during London to take price higher. Right? And then lastly, your last opportunity by using the Asia range is if you have the Asia high, Asia low, and you purge the Asia low, and then London sweeps the Asia high, but it hasn't fulfilled a higher time frame objective. You can wait for price to fulfill the higher time frame objective during the New York AM, and then you get a New York AM session reversal. If the Asia low hasn't been taken during London, that becomes your ultimate objective. If the Asia low has been taken during London, then you're looking for mean threshold of the daily range as your objective. So that's how you utilize Asia. I'm going to take my runner out here. You assholes. Or are you? Or are you, son? Yeah, I took my runner out there. That's okay. Not bothered. So I got the little scalp, guys. So if you took that, good stuff. Just trading a little bounce against the trend. It's absolute monster sell day today. That's frustrating because I had a sell today. Just I cut my trade this morning early. So I traded this short, but terminated here, anticipating one more sweep. In reality, I should have just held it. So my fault today. They've just not given an entry. They've just not given a secondary entry on this. Which is Harry. So 10.30. 10.30 macro here. Just going to wait for this thing to exhaust itself now. Not a single clean entry in this for it to get in a short. Hey. Just do not want to get let anyone in. If you're utilizing the 10.30 macro, you want to be going for this high here, sweeping those who are holding the bag at 10.30. So your first objective would be 87, this high. So be mindful that you're an aggressive sell though. But on a standard day, using the 10.30 macro, you'll be looking to get it up to take out that high. So the range on the low is now mitigated. If you don't have an entry, you can look at mitigation 62 if it provides it, if it gives it, which will take you back down to 95.75 if it gets down there for a long. If you're in here, you're chasing it a bit. Sorry guys, a bit quiet today. It's taking a lot of my mental focus today. But yeah, and 10.30 macro. If you're in this long, you're looking to take out this high. You want to be mindful of the rejection block. So be mindful of mean threshold of this rejection block, which takes you to 70.5. So you definitely want to take some off there. Two seconds. Oi, oi. How long have I had that off? How long have I had that off? Jeez Louise. Yeah, you don't. Oh God, Jesus! I didn't realize that. Oh, sorry, guys. It's still not invalidated. Even if price comes back into this fair value gap, that's still fine for me to come and drive up into mean threshold of this rejection block on the 5 minute. It's still okay, right? You can still do that, which would be mid 62, which is down at 904. So it's still not invalidated for it to come and drive up into this high. Little 10.50 macro. Beautiful, good stuff, mate. Good stuff, Jamal. Good stuff. Really nice. Still looking for this high to get run into. I'm okay with it coming down into this fair value gap. So where I don't want to see it go through, this is kind of where I want it to respect. I don't mind it going down to the lower quad, which is essentially mitigate. That would be mitigation 62. So I don't mind it going that low. I've basically still got 2 runners left. In at 93. So this is where you want to see displacement. You want to see aggressive candles now. You don't want to see this thing dithering around. You want to see this just go. That's your 10.50 macro. If it's going to go, it will go. If you took that trade, make sure you pay yourself. Make sure you pay yourself. We are obviously in a massive bearish sell day, so make sure you pay yourself. So still holding runners. I don't mind it coming down to this lower quad. That's where my buck stop is. Basically dipping into this order block. I don't want to see it messing around this order block. I just want to see it go displace. Bom, 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 bom. So it's a little bit of patience. It's not the delivery I want to see, if I'm honest with you. So you want to be make sure that you're paying yourself. So there's my buck stop, MIT 62. You gotta go, NQ. You gotta go. No real macro here. It's anything we're sort of going through the 1050. It's either really delayed or it's just struggling. It's going to struggle to get out of this. So you want to be very, very careful. I still got runners left. Still got runners left. Yeah, took my runners out there. It's okay. So in a 93.75 out at what is that? 49.50. Then my runners just got stopped out there. Boom, 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 boom. Bloodbath. All right, YouTube. I'm gonna call the session here today. This is no safe entry to getting a short. So I took that little bounce. That's all I'm going to take today. Just going to anticipate this to sell off. Don't like the time in terms of trying to trade a bounce around 11 o'clock. This is often just goes into trash, and it fakes out a London close reversal at 11 o'clock. So there's nothing I want to trade particularly here. So I'm just going to call it here on YouTube today. Go take a little break. Mentally taxing day if you're trying to find an entry on the short today. Jesus Christ. So in terms of my positions, looking for an M5 continuation, didn't get it. Wanted it again up at 90 to mitigate this range, didn't get that short either. And then just played this little bounce. So that's literally it for me today. And then obviously took this during London today. So yeah, tricky little day. Missed the main move, which is frustrating. Because this is what I was anticipating for today. But yeah, it's the way the cookie crumbles. Didn't get the sweep at the open that I was looking for. And I've not been able to find an entry short. So just trade a little opportunistic bounce. You want to be super careful today. It's got blood written all over it. With Dixie coming down to our objective, anticipating this week, coming down to 100 and then firing off, setting up the sell-off on the indexes, which is what we've been planning all week. We just missed it. So that's going to be it for me on YouTube today, guys. I will catch you all on Thursday, no doubt. All right. It's a little bit of a quiet day for me today. I had to be dialed in, so I wasn't that talkative. But I hope you managed to catch something, a little something. All right, guys. So take it easy. Have good ones, and I'll catch you on Thursday. Abasha. Bum, 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 bum.